The last of the big four copywriting pillars is market sophistication. Let's dive right in. Market sophistication. If awareness is a target, like we discussed in the last part, then sophistication is a benchmark. This is where you make sure your research is aligned with your target market's awareness, or you might get the market sophistication wrong. Now, for example, unaware people haven't seen all of the headlines or advertisements that aware people have seen, that level one or level two aware people have seen. So, when you're constructing your advertisement and you're going through the big four, by picking a level of awareness that you're targeting, whether it's problem or solution or you aware or desire, whatever it happens to be, that's when you'll start the research for sophistication because you're trying to figure out who your competitors are and what they're saying at that current level of target market awareness. So here's the first stage of market sophistication. At stage one, you are first to market. It means your offer is truly the first of its kind for this target market and this awareness level. Now, that's important to note, this target market and this awareness level. It doesn't mean you're the first offer of your kind ever. It just means for this particular ad, for this particular person. This can occur for a lot of different reasons. Maybe you have a new technology. Maybe you are in a new marketplace that has never seen this type of offer or product or service before. Maybe you are marketing specifically to new prospects who are just entering the marketplace and not people who've been in the marketplace for a while. Maybe you're going after a sub niche of a particular marketplace or industry. For example, instead of going after all brides, maybe you're going after brides in just Atlanta, or maybe you're going after just brides who are going in their second marriage. Those are sub niches. When you are stage one, first to market, the best way to capture attention and to get people paying attention to your ads is to be simple, to be direct, and to not be fancy. You don't need to be cute. You don't need to have any sort of, phrase or slogan. Just simple and direct with your offer as long as it is specific to the market and the awareness that market's at. Stage two is when you're not the first to market, but direct claims are still working, meaning you can make a claim like lose fat or, get fit or buy a house or sell your house or something like that. You can still make those direct claims, but not quite at the lowest level. You have to copy the successful direct claim that's currently being done by your competition, but enlarge it so that it makes sense to go with you instead of the other competitor. For example, maybe you get a better result. Maybe it takes you less time to get the result, maybe with less risk or effort on the part of the prospect. More pleasure, less pain. That's what you want to focus on with stage two. So if everyone in your market is making these very direct offers, make your offer better. Make it just faster, make it easier, make it more specific to the target market, whatever you have to do, but one up your competition by making yours sound better. Stage three is where we reach a point where the market is saturated with direct claims and one-upmanship. So by now, your competitors have caught on, and now they're trying to one-up you too, and the market is just getting really, really stagnant with all of these offers that are going up and up and up in promises, and nobody is believing the promises anymore. Here's the first question with stage three. Is the market evergreen? Because if you have a fad, then those fads tend to sputter out after stage two. It means no one's interested in buying anymore and no one buys the product at all. So when slime goes away on YouTube or when fidget spinners go away, that's a fad. No one wants to buy the newest, fanciest fidget spinner anymore. But if your market is evergreen, then it will move on to stage three. Now, this is the realm of the new mechanism, which we discussed briefly in one of the previous modules. A new mechanism is not something physical necessarily. All a new mechanism is just a new reason to believe old claims. A new reason, specifically, to believe old claims. So here's what you do. You condense the problem or solution or desire or product into one word, whatever awareness level you're trying to reach. You condense that into one word and use the rest of your headline or the way you're capturing attention to sell the new mechanism, the new reason to believe in it. So if their problem is fat loss, then you condense fat loss into one word and you say new way of losing fat using blank, whatever your new mechanism is, whether it's a diet, whether it's a supplement, whether it's a new piece of equipment, a new gym, a new personal trainer, something new, a new reason truly to believe in the old claim. Now, one of the secrets is that you don't necessarily have to invent something here. You can simply contradict something. By calling out BS in a crowded marketplace, sometimes that's enough to capture attention of your prospect at the certain level of awareness. And that's all you're trying to do with this stage of awareness or with the stage of sophistication. You are specifically trying to grab their attention from a saturated marketplace and get them to believe what you're talking about. So don't necessarily invent something. Sometimes you can contradict conventional wisdom or contradict what people are currently seeing. Stage 4. Now, this is when the market has begun to accept a new mechanism from a competitor. So if you come into a marketplace and you see that it's very saturated with lots of direct claims, lots of big one-upmanship, but then one competitor seems to be doing better because they're using a new reason to make people believe in the old claim, grab that new reason. As long as you can authentically say that you can also do it, usually you can. Usually there's nothing special about a new mechanism. And then you copy it, you enlarge it, and then you outspend your competitor. This is one of the most cutthroat ways to go through business, but it's also a very effective way because the energy that goes into creating a new mechanism is usually more than just taking that mechanism and outspending the competitor. Now, does that mean it's not worth coming up with a new mechanism? Absolutely not. Because if you're a savvy marketer, you can come up with a new mechanism and then outspend everybody already and make sure they can't beat you. But if you happen to come into a marketplace where someone is having a good idea but not using it better or using it more, that's when you jump in with this. So copy it, enlarge it, outspend them, and then make your new mechanism easier, quicker, surer, solving more of the problem, overcoming old limitations, promising extra benefits. This is all more pleasure, less pain, the way you did in stage 2, but instead of just a regular direct claim, you're using the new mechanism. So here's what happens. The cycle for an evergreen marketplace is going to spin between stage 3 and 4 for a while. So you'll start with a brand new marketplace and then it will go all the way through to stage 4 and kind of start spinning as new mechanisms come out to replace old mechanisms. There is a point though where that will transition from a new mechanism in stage 3 to a bigger mechanism in stage 4, and finally no new mechanisms will work anymore. That's called the mark of disillusionment. And the mark of disillusionment, you can find it when there is ridicule or a sudden decline in all competitive advertising. So if you see people like ridiculing or making fun of certain types of ads or certain types of claims in the marketplace, that's a really good sign that the market has moved beyond stage 4 and gone into stage 5. Stage 5 is one of the most difficult places to market as a entrepreneur, as a business owner. The market is tired, they are jaded, they're overburdened with previous attempts to get their money. Maybe they've tried products and failed. They don't want to believe anymore. And that's the key. Everything before this that people wanted to believe, they just needed better reasons to believe. This time, they don't want to believe. They've heard everything. They're tired. This is the realm of an inspiring leader. So if you want to conquer a saturated marketplace, you have to become the market leader in that space. You have to be an inspiring leader to make them want to believe again. And like we talked about in awareness, if you're using this combined with celebrity, then you're able to pull people out of the jaded state just long enough to follow you and potentially take action with your product. You can also accelerate a trend that is happening in the marketplace. And so if an old evergreen market like fat loss, like dating, like health, like supplements, business advice, real estate, all these types of things, If there's a certain trend in the marketplace, you can jump onto that trend and accelerate it at stage 5 because you now become a market leader again. And it kind of catapults you into the area of inspiring leader. New technology, new trends in different industries that are affecting yours, things like that. Finally, the best way to deal with the stage 5 marketplace, in my opinion, especially as an entrepreneur who's writing your own ads, is to open up a new market that's previously untapped. You simply realize that your marketplace is at stage 5 and it's really tired and jaded. And so, what you will choose to do at this point is go back down to stage 1 or stage 2 at a less saturated marketplace. This is where you move into a blue ocean and start advertising with competitors who aren't as savvy because you've gone into a new market rather than trying to compete with this overly burdened, jaded place.